What is up, fam?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back
Welcome back
to
to episode
another episode of
Cinco
Daily Bread with Britt and Joe.
with Britt and Joe, episode 5. Man, it's been a month.
I
Crazy.
know. Hope you guys are
Man.
enjoying it.
Clap it out for episode
Clap
5,
it out.
guys.
We're clapping it.
Clap it out. Thank you guys for the love and
I can't
support.
believe it's been a month.
I know. Time has flown. Man, and we couldn't be doing this without you guys, so thank you for tuning in and listening to us, and mad love. Love you guys.
Yeah, what's crazy is like January took forever, I feel like.
Dude, January
now we're in
lasted
February.
like 5 months, I feel
Yeah,
like.
I was over it.
It would not end. Even the last day of January would not end. I was like,
No.
all right, I'm over it. Does anybody else find January like just one of those months that's like, ugh?
Yeah, well, because it's after the holidays. It's freezing. It's
It's just boring.
Yeah.
It's a boring, depressing holiday, I feel like.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree. I
over it,
agree.
you
There's
know?
nothing really.
February starts to kind of bounce up. You know, we got the birthdays coming up. We got, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm over it. I'm ready for spring. What about you?
Yeah, I'm ready for spring too.
You're more a fall girl, though, huh?
Love, love, love fall. Yeah.
loves
But I do like
fall.
spring because, it's nice weather. You do your spring cleaning. You get, all the cool plants, pretty plants.
I like spring because
But I love fall.
we're getting the barbecue ready for all my guys out there. The barbecue's getting ready. We're dusting it
Yeah,
up.
that'll be fun. Yeah.
The bikes are getting cleaned out.
Yeah, but
warm
we're not going to do that
temps.
for a while because we literally have like 2
So
weeks
what?
of rain coming.
Yeah, it's called fall spring here. So we get like a little bit of warm weather and then it's just back to complete chaos of
Yeah.
weather. So, but tornado season's going to be coming up. Ooh.
Yeah, those are
Excited for that.
I'm not excited for tornadoes, but I do
Excited.
like the storms. They're fun.
Tornadoes. Speaking of crazy stuff, man, a lot has happened this week, huh?
Yes. Oh my. Speaking of January, it was very full of a lot of
2025 started wild.
events that will go down in history.
Wild.
Yeah, the 2 plane crashes
2 plane crashes.
within 48 hours of each other.
I mean, the last time we've had something on this magnitude, I would have to say 9/11 was the last time the world kind of came to a stop. Like, whoa, what's going on?
Right,
You
right.
know
Like
I'm saying?
what is happening? And that's definitely what happened with the CRJ plane crash with
Yeah.
the Black Hawk helicopter, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
crazy.
was like the I couldn't even fathom that happened, honestly. Like
Well, it's not too often you have freaking airplane crashes. I mean, so airplane crashes happen, but not on this magnitude and not the way they happen.
I mean, I don't think a military helicopter crashing into a civilian airliner happens often.
No, and
I think they said this was the first time this has ever happened before.
accidents like this don't happen. And again,
No.
this is a conspiracy, and I'm gonna raise some questions, and there's some stuff behind these questions that have
Right, you
got
just
me
gotta
asking
like
them.
ask yourselves and just kind of,
And it's
see
not
what's
just us
going
asking.
on.
I mean,
No,
literally,
everybody's
the whole world
asking.
is asking some
Yeah.
of these questions. So
because it is kind of obvious of like, that doesn't happen.
no. And it doesn't help with my background that I have these specific questions that just rattle my brain because again, it just does not happen. It doesn't happen like this. So
Yeah, I mean, he's been in, how long have you been in aviation?
about 20 years.
And then he's also done flight simulation for about how long?
4 years with 400 hours. So worked at Northrop, worked at Embraer, worked on fighter jets, airliners.
Yeah, so Northrop is like,
It's a defense company.
yeah, and then Embraer works on
Airlines, so we work
commercial
on Delta
airliners.
Horizon,
Yeah, like literally the planes that,
You guys flying.
yeah,
So
and the plane we're going to talk about.
yeah, flying is relatively safe. Your odds are way better flying than it is in cars, but recently it's just been a little eerie and a little weird on how things have happened. So like she said, I've done flight simulation. I have over 400 hours. I know how to fly 3 different aircrafts. We do high procedures. The program I used to fly with is a live program, so I am talking to real ATC, real live weather, real life scenarios. It's
And real life pilots, like, they use this program too. So
Correct. So the program I use is actually the NTSB is using it to replicate
Yep.
some of these flights and what could have possibly happened. They actually use them all the time for any kind of air crash. They'll replicate to see what could have possibly gone wrong. They use a combination of that and obviously listening to the black box. So
Oh, right,
I know
yeah.
a little bit of charts and reading and understanding weather and how all of this works, being that I have so much time in the simulator.
Right.
So
Okay, so
let's go. Let's get into it.
they said that the CRJ was doing IFR, right?
Yeah, IFR.
And then the helicopter was doing VFR.
Right.
What is the difference between those two?
So IFR is instrument flight rules. Okay, so basically all of the airlines that you guys fly in are going to be under that flight rule. So basically, it's breaking down that you are instructed by ATC and you're on a detailed flight plan and you don't divert from this. Okay, so from whatever place you depart to the place that you land, you are going to follow a specific flight plan at all times.
Got it,
Okay.
got it.
You can also use IFR, for example, if you were in really bad weather, you're relying on your instruments and ATC to guide you to your destination. Okay.
Gotcha.
VFR is visual flight rules.
Okay,
All right, so
okay.
visual flight rules is basically where at all times you have to remain visual with the ground. So you have to
Like
stay
you can see.
right.
Yeah.
You got to stay a certain amount away from clouds and make sure that you're following those rules. Both of those flight rules have their own specific altitudes and set of regulations that you have to abide by.
Got it. Okay, okay. So they said the CRJ was coming in to land, right?
Correct.
And the Black Hawk was coming in. It seemed like the Black Hawk to me was the flight plan was going over the runway, and I just don't understand how any plane. Why are you flying over like the approach area of where airplanes are coming into land? And they said Ronald Reagan National Airport is like the busiest airport ever.
Oh, for sure.
So it's like, why didn't the helicopter, like, why is he going through the do you get what I mean? Like, why is he going through
100%.
the runway?
No, I totally get what you mean. So let's break this down and set up kind of a scenario for everybody so that they can have a visual. Ronald Reagan Airport is completely congested, okay? There is a lot of aircrafts due to the government and everything
They said
that's
it like
going.
doubled.
Yeah,
the amount of
it's
airplanes
crazy.
coming in
You have a
and-
lot
yeah.
of VIPs, high government officials taking off from
Right.
all of the locations. So there's a lot of air restrictions there and no-fly zones, and it's very difficult to navigate around there. Now, it's not uncommon for these helicopters to fly. It's actually very common, and there's
Which
been
they
some
said
close
that too,
calls.
yeah.
So you see them on routine. Now, yes, it is normal for there to be a flight path crossing an approach path, but there's set of rule and regulations along with contacting ATC that you have to follow. Okay, so just because there is a flight path that crosses one another doesn't mean that you could just go ahead. It's kind of like a freeway system. Okay,
Right.
so you have to pay attention to the exits and the off ramps and all of the above. Okay,
Well, they said that the Black Hawk was on a military frequency, and the CRJ was on like the tower, I believe, right?
right. So that's not
So how are
uncommon
you on
either.
two different frequencies?
So military usually operates under their own frequency, okay, and usually ATC can't or aren't allowed to listen into that frequency.
Okay, but wouldn't that cause crashes? Like, that's a little scary, no?
So let's remember, they are on VFR flight rules. So ATC, as long as they're not in an airspace, ATC controls a certain section of airspace. Okay.
Okay.
So for you to understand this, there's 3 levels of airspace. We have the center, which controls everything above 10,000 feet. They own everything. So there's a lot of aircrafts up there that they control, okay? Anything below 10,000 feet, and we get closer to a designated airport in particular, it could be whatever the distance is, 20, 40 miles, whatever it is, it's called approach. So if you're coming in for landing, you'll jump onto the approach frequency, which is completely different from center. Once you're
okay.
out of the approach frequency and you're ready to land within a mile, you switch to tower, which tower controls everything that's on the ground moving at the airport and anything below 1,000 feet.
Okay, so there's center, approach, and tower,
Correct.
ground.
Okay, now a Bravo airspace, which is what Ronald Reagan Airport is a certain mile radius. I'm going to give an example so that you can understand. Let's say it's a 20-mile radius.
Okay.
Anything that comes inside of that airspace has to contact, whether you're VFR, IFR, it doesn't matter. You have to contact the controllers to let them know that you're entering that airspace. They will then tell you, okay, if you're VFR, just be aware of such, such, such. Now, VFR, being that you're on your own flight rules, if they grant you permission to enter the airspace, it's your responsibility to maintain visual of the ground and separation from any other aircrafts. So that is on you. So being that the helicopter entered Bravo airspace, it's not uncommon for them to be on the military channel, but it's their responsibility to also contact the airport's ATC and make sure that everything's okay with them, because they still trump everything.
Okay, well, the ATC then did contact them, right?
So-
and tell them
So they
there's
had
traffic.
so they had communication with the helicopter accepting them into the airspace, okay? And they said maintain VFR
Yeah.
and continue on. At this point, we have the CRJ 700, the American Eagle flight, that is now entering into the approach section of the airspace, okay? So they contact ATC and they get cleared to land. Now, prior to that, there was an aircraft that was coming in for a landing that they were going to switch him up to runway 33, which is ultimately where American Airlines was supposed to end up. They were also on approach for runway 1. All the aircrafts were going into 1-1. Being that it was so congested, they were trying to create a little bit of separation, so they were trying to offset the runways. Okay, so one
Right.
airline land here and the other one here. I'm guessing that the first airline was way too close to reconfigure the aircraft and switch over, so they denied that request and said we're unable to do that.
So they went on one.
So they went on to runway 1,
Yeah. Okay.
causing ATC to now contact the American Airlines, which is the CRJ, and asked them if they would be able to accept runway 33. They were on a 5-mile approach. They said no problem, so they accepted that request. So they come off the ILS system, okay, which is Instrument Landing System. It's a guided it's a guided system that brings them all the way down to the ground. Okay, if it was completely white out with clouds everywhere and you cannot see a single thing, technically this frequency can bring down the aircraft safely on autopilot all the way down to the wheels touch the ground. Okay, so he
So
was
you can go to autopilot. You could do autopilot like the whole way down.
yes,
Okay. Okay.
literally what it's meant for. It's precision guidance. Okay,
Got you. Okay.
now there's also RNAV, which is GPS, but that is not as precision as ILS. ILS is going to be your best bet for coming in.
Okay.
So they get requested to jump onto runway 33. So they come off the ILS system, take it off autopilot, and now they're on what we call a visual approach. So now they're visually watching the runway, they're sidestepping, they're in control of the aircraft, and they're going to bring now the airplane to the runway by visual.
Okay. So ATC contacted the Blackhawk.
Yeah, so they contact the Blackhawk at this point, and they're like, "Hey, you're gonna have some traffic to the left. Obviously, they're approaching the approach, so they're gonna say, "Hey, you have close traffic to your left, CRJ 700." At this point, the Blackhawk responds back with,
They said like visuals separation
right,
request or something.
They
Yeah.
requested visual separation, which means they're taking the responsibility to
Yeah.
separate themselves.
Which means they said they saw the
Now-
traffic, correct?
Now remember, yes. So the first
Yeah.
thing they asked was, "Do you have visual of the traffic?" They respond with yes.
Yes. Yeah.
They're requesting the visual separation. Okay. So CRJ gets closer to approach now. We're now at about the 1300 mark or a little less than that, and they're closing in on each other. Again, it's not so far. If I was an air traffic controller, I wouldn't see too big of a problem. I would see
Okay.
them approaching, but it's nothing that I would be highly concerned being
Which
that.
I understand because, I mean, when they did talk to the Blackhawk said, yeah,
Right.
visual separation required. Like they
this
were
is a
aware.
military helicopter.
Right,
During a
right.
training exercise. So we're talking about the top of the top.
Right, so they would think like
This isn't some new
they know what they're
pilot.
doing.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
So as a traffic controller, I'm thinking everything's good. You requested all of these things. It's on you. You're military. We're all good to go. Mind you, the CRJ is on a flight path. He's got his orders. He's got priority to everything. He is a landing aircraft. Okay, so they get closer to the runway, and as they see the Black Hawk continue to approach, they ask again just to make sure.
Yeah, because
Hey.
they're still moving towards it.
They're just making sure. Do you have the
Do you
traffic
see
in
this?
sight?
Yeah.
So he responds with yes, request visual separation. So once again, they say, okay, just to let you know, you are to pass after the
That's right.
CRJ behind him. Okay, so now the controller is saying that's fine, you can maintain the separation, but now we're giving you direct orders that you are to
You
pass
pass behind.
after
Yeah.
the CRJ because now we're in close proximity. Now,
And he says, yeah.
right,
Black Hawk?
he
Okay,
responds that
okay.
he acknowledges this. Now the
Or
problem,
her. I don't know who the pilot was.
now we got to remember he's under VFR rules, so the ceiling height, the max he can go in altitude is only 200 feet.
Okay.
Okay, so he's not allowed to go above 200 feet. It doesn't matter where he's at. The max altitude for that airspace is 200 feet.
Okay.
So as we start to approach now, we're getting to the 400-foot mark, 350-ish. Now they are extremely close to each other. Where and how this happens, I'm not understanding. This is where I start to raise questions. Why at this close proximity would you start to ascend? That means to go
Right,
up
right.
with the helicopter. So here are my questions, and hear me out.
Yeah, like, why would you go higher?
We are approaching an approach line of airplanes that are coming in for landing, okay? We have been told that there is close traffic. So we know that this is a spot now where airplanes are coming in for landing and we're getting close. Not only that, but we have close traffic to our left. People are saying that he could have mistaken the airplanes that were around. Here's my argument, okay? As a military helicopter pilot, okay? How do you miss a CRJ less than a quarter mile away from you in zero of a blind spot at almost the same altitude with bright LED lights on landing and miss it for another plane that's at a further distance with less light visibility? Okay, so my other thing real quick is that
Does it make sense?
they say he could have lost him on the backdrop of all the lights on the ground. My problem is, though, is that technically we can all agree that the aircraft was above him, being that he was coming from an altitude of 1,300 feet descending, and he was only at 200, right? That was his VFR
Right,
rule.
right.
200. So you're looking up at the night sky against a black backdrop.
Yeah, that makes sense then, yeah.
It's not adding up how you can miss this.
Right.
We have people saying that there's blind spots. I challenge you to go on Google and look up what the cockpit of a Black Hawk looks like and where they were telling him to look and tell me if
could
there's a
see
blind
everything.
spot.
Yeah, that's what blew my mind. Like, it would, it would make sense, yeah, if the plane was underneath him, but the plane is above him.
There was 3 crew members on this aircraft. All 3 crew members missed a CRJ 700 in less than a quarter mile on approach to land in fantastic weather, clear skies. It doesn't,
Yeah, it doesn't
make
make
sense.
sense. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't add up, my girl.
I have a question. In the helicopter, on like radar, can you see other planes?
100%. So they're watching this, okay? They're
Okay,
watching
so
all
then
of
what?
this. So here's the problem. Again, as ATC, there's only so much. I've told the pilot what to do. I've told him to cross after the CRJ. The last thing anybody's thinking as an ATC controller is that you're going to disregard
Yeah.
the rules, break the minimum, and continue on the
crash
flight
into-
path and
right.
crash into an aircraft. Like,
Yeah.
much less a military helicopter. Now, if I was ATC and you're talking about general aviation, I would probably give you more specific orders and deny your request for visual separation. I would tell you, no, we're going to turn you 30 degrees to the right or whatever it is and kind of loop around. You know what I'm saying? But being that it's a military helicopter, they do this all the time, every single day. It's a normal thing for Ronald Reagan Airport. You know, it's kind of...
Do you think that ATC should have been like, no, we're gonna guide you this way?
No, because he gave him direct orders already. He said you are to pass after the CRJ 700. After the
Yeah.
CRJ 700. Even if you saw another plane landing and you mistaken that one for the one that was landing, at what point is it not your responsibility, being that you're under VFR, you accepted the VFR rules, you accepted his commands, do you not look out your left window and check again before crossing? It's like crossing a street. Because you see one car fly by, do you just run out in the middle of the street? No.
No.
You check again and make sure there isn't another car behind it waiting to run you over, right? I'm just confused.
Yeah,
People want to blame ATC, but I'm sorry. I don't see where ATC failed in this. I mean, this is
100% Black Hawk failed.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah.
And again, I would love to hear in the comments what people think about this. Maybe I'm missing something. Absolutely, it's a possibility. But coming from somebody who is experienced and knowing how all of this works, it's just a little mind-boggling to me.
Well, they were saying that they could have had night vision goggles on.
So yeah, I heard that in the reports too, which is another thing. If anybody knows how NGV works, I mean, you put on night vision goggles and it's literally using the least amount of light to illuminate your headset, okay? So pilots do sometimes use it, like let's say offshore flying over the ocean at low altitudes, or firefighting sometimes in remote locations where there's fire and they're looking
So
for
somewhere
water
where
drop
there's
zone.
no light.
But when you're in the middle of a city, okay, such as Ronald Reagan Airport, they just said it's illuminated like crazy. You could have mistaken. What are you doing with night vision goggles on, my guy? What are you
Yeah,
doing with
doesn't
that?
make sense.
One, it's not 100% good interpretation of the land or anything around you. On top of it, you're on a training exercise. I don't know what training exercise you have where you're doing your yearly check ride where you're wearing night vision goggles. That doesn't
Yeah.
happen. Then you hear a report that she's a new pilot. Okay, this is the newest thing. She's a new pilot. Why do you have the newest pilot with under 500 hours wearing night vision goggles flying a Black Hawk in one of the most congested airports known to man?
Yeah, that doesn't.
It doesn't
yeah,
make
no.
sense.
And the NTSB said that.
Not the same bullshit? That's what we
Right.
say it. That's what we call it.
They said that they got the black box from the CRJ, and it showed that impact was at 325 feet, plus or minus 25 feet. And it showed, well, they said that they haven't been able to get the Black Hawk black box yet because it has water damage.
Right.
Which is in itself
This is
like...
another thing. It's
Yeah.
weird.
But anyways, they said that at ATC the board, right? Is that what
What are you talking about?
the board where they said that they were able to approximately, they said, see that the Black Hawk was at 200 feet when it hit.
No, they said that when they collided, it was like at about 325, 350 feet. Which,
No. Yeah, the CRJ, but the Black Hawk. Remember they said it showed on the...
Right,
It's
so
200
it shows,
feet?
I see what you're saying. Yes, they're saying that it showed at 200 feet, but the collision actually happened at 325 feet.
Right, so they're
trying to
off
say
100 feet. Are you kidding
that
me?
the ADSB will be
That.
off by 100 feet. That is a complete false statement. It takes 2 seconds to go ahead and Google ADSB, and it's not off by 100 feet. It's off by 25 feet.
If it was
the
off by
very
100
max
feet?
with low frequency.
That's
okay?
scary.
This is perfect conditions right next to the airport with two aircrafts right next to each other. There should be no
Right,
low
and
signal.
they said that. It was perfect conditions.
And 100 feet discrepancy is wild. I mean, let's just say your ceiling max for VFR is only 200 feet. So you're telling me that there's 100-foot discrepancy. So if you're following an aircraft that low, I mean, helicopters don't fly on the ground, right? At 0 feet.
Right.
And your max is 200. Your margin of error is
100 feet?
I mean, 100 feet. Like,
Yeah, that ain't right.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I just can't, guys. And look, I've seen a lot. I debrief how many airplanes to you all the
He
time.
does,
You
yeah.
know, and it's a normal thing, and it's a tragic thing. It's very sad. But this one is just too strange for me. Too many things aren't adding up. There's too many questions unanswered. I mean, and that's without of all the weird conspiracy things. I'm just bringing up simple facts to you guys and trying to make sense of the basics here, the very basics.
Yeah. Things
Weird.
are weird.
Weird.
Things are weird.
Weird.
And then, what, not even 48 hours after that?
Yeah.
There's another crash?
Medvac Learjet 55.
Yeah. This one crashes in Philly.
This
In a
one
mall,
went down,
right? Or like a
no, in the
housing?
middle. I mean, it went down next to a mall, next to a house, in the middle of the street, where they show a crater that's 5 by 5,
Oh, right.
and the plane is apparently disintegrated. So people are saying that this thing came down at 500 miles per hour. I don't understand what airplane at 1,600 feet came down
That thing just disintegrated.
faster than the speed is published that it can go. It can't even go that fast. And you're telling me gravity pulled it down that much faster. It's just weird stuff, guys.
What can cause like an airplane to take off and 30 seconds later disintegrate?
I mean, a lot of things can go wrong in 30 seconds in aircraft. Okay, for example, we could hit a bird strike, right? We could rule out bird strike because birds don't fly at night in weather. Okay, it was raining.
Right.
He went straight into ICM conditions, which is straight into the clouds. He couldn't see a thing. So I don't see that being a possibility. Engine malfunction. Okay, engine catches fire. There's a dual engine aircraft. They could have shut down one of the engines and continued on. This happens quite often, and it's very common, and pilots train for it extensively. These pilots were also extremely good at what they did, so they said, right? They just
Yeah.
kept praising them on how excellent they were. This was one of their third flights, the 8th flight of the month for them. I mean, these
Yeah, they
pilots
said
knew
they
what
did
the
like
hell they were
700
doing.
flights a year or
Yeah,
something.
they knew what they
Yeah.
were doing. Okay, so something
That's
along
a lot.
that. Now we talk a catastrophic failure. Now that means in aviation to us is we lose a wing, we lose an airline. Like catastrophic means you're done. There is no recovering from this. It's a bad situation.
Well, it looked like a missile coming down.
It
was
for the
hauling
rate
ass.
of speed that it was going. It doesn't.
It
make
was going
sense.
so fast, and it exploded like a freaking nuke hit.
The impact. Well, people are saying that it was full of fuel. It had just taken off. I get it. And I totally agree. Yes, an airplane full of fuel. Yes, it's going to be a pretty big explosion. My problem is that this plane was not an airliner. This was a small aircraft. It's a Med Evac Learjet 55. If you guys don't know what that is, I'll put a picture right here, and you guys could take a look. The size of this airplane, okay, and the explosion and the amount of fuel that was on board does not match. Now we're gonna get a lot of people and aviation experts that say, "Oh, the explosion with all the fuel on board." You guys have clearly not Googled up airplane crashes. Here's my problem with all of this: where are the engines? Where are the landing gears? Where are any pieces of this aircraft? Okay, people said it came down at 500 miles an hour. What's going to be left of it? I challenge you to go on Google and look up airplane crashes on airliners. Or, even so, look up a fighter jet at full speed coming down into the ground. I promise you, I'm telling you, I promise these guys, you are going to find wreckage. You are going to find something. These planes aren't made of all carbon fiber.
Well, like my thing too is like, where is like anything?
Nothing. The only thing that they did recover or show on TV was a door with a window. But again, if you guys are telling me that this plane disintegrated, how did this door in this window survive it unscathed? I mean, there's not even burn marks. There's
No, and there was like an oxygen tank or something.
I'm not saying it's conspiracy. I'm just raising questions for you guys to come back at me with, because it doesn't make sense.
So my thing too is like, didn't they say it was because of like the oxygen on board
So
or something like that?
I mean, the news is talking all sorts of wacky stuff, and
Yeah.
I don't think they even know the terminologies or anything. So oxygen on board can mean, what are you talking about? The pressurization of the aircraft? Are you talking about the oxygen bottles for the patient on
I don't know.
board
I
so
think they
that
said
they
the
can breathe?
patient.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, I mean, that's not going to cause the fireball it did. I mean, that's kind of scary if the oxygen that are in these tanks you're flying around with can cause a mini nuke.
And you would think being
explosion.
a medical jet that they would have
Some kind of
some
safety
kind
on
of
that.
oxygen tank preparation, because that's literally
It
your
just
job.
doesn't.
But
add
I don't
up.
know. We'll keep watching.
It doesn't add up. And yeah, scary weird times, guys, and hey, this could have all been accident. I don't know.
Accident.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
what I do know is that there is some questions that I don't think will be answered, but I'd love to have this discussion. And guys, please comment on some of this stuff, because
He'll answer all of them.
well, no, I would love to have a good conversation
know
with our
much.
viewers, and I'm always here to learn. And if there's something I missed, by all means, call that out and let's
Yeah,
talk.
it's
Let's
so funny
talk.
because like when it's not funny. When the plane crash happened, the one at DCA in Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Virginia, okay. Before they even said what happened, this guy over here is like literally telling me this happened, that altitude's this, that, like saying all of that. Oh, he's in approach, he's IF, whatever. And then they say it right after, and I was just kind of like, oh my God, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
I instantly was.
he was already like,
As soon as I saw what happened,
dissecting
I
it.
already opened up the chart. I looked up Ronald Reagan Airport, and I
Yep.
was looking at the airspaces, seeing, just because I've landed there in the simulation so many times, so I was already kind of familiar
he's
with
like,
it.
let me hop on
And I'm
that
like,
ATC and
let's see what happens here.
yeah.
Let's see what happens
He
here.
heard the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
But
crazy times,
it's
crazy
insane.
things.
It's been a wild month.
It's been a busy month. 2025
Between the
started out
fires
with a
and the
bang. Yeah, the
and the
fires,
yeah, it's been a lot.
the
It's been a lot.
the airplane crashes. So
I feel like we are gonna get into talking about us. I promise you guys. And like
one
moving
day,
to Tennessee and all of that stuff. It's just been like so much going on
one thing
in the
after another,
world.
and
We
we
just
got
feel
to
like we have
talk
to
about
talk
it.
about it,
I
yeah.
want to talk about it and see what everybody's talking
Especially
about it.
this
So.
airplane lover, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, come on, airplane mode on. Airplane
He's
mode
got to talk
on.
about it.
And guys, and for sure, despite what's going on, man, mad prayers to the families and everybody affected from all of this.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't want to sound
awful.
desensitized, but at the same time, I'm here to speak facts and try to get to the bottom root of the accident itself. You know, everything else beyond that is out of my control. So I do have respect, and my prayers are out to those families. Again, we're just trying to find out what went wrong mechanically with all of this. So,
Yes.
but shoo, whew,
Okay, so we watched the Grammys last night.
the Grammys. Talk about another disaster.
Dude, they're
That was a
weird.
disaster. Those people
They
were
are
strange.
weird. Yeah.
What was I don't know if you guys saw. Did you guys see? I'm gonna put it up right here. Did you guys see Will Smith's kid? Please tell me you saw. What's his name? I forget his name.
Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith. Well, even the daughter, Willow Smith. They
Willow.
both were like weird. But yeah, talk about Jaden Smith real quick.
Bro, what was he wearing on his head? What was that? A house? A house fell on this kid's head. So for I don't know. I think if Will Smith should be smacking anybody, it's his kid.
That was
Who
the
wears
weirdest
that
outfit.
out?
He had like a mansion on his head. I don't even know. It was
It was
weird.
a black house.
And then his sister Willow had like some weird
I didn't
stuff
see
in her
that.
teeth. I don't know. I
Oh,
don't
that
know.
was her?
Yeah, I
Get
don't
out
know.
of here.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that was her. Yeah, she had something in her
Weird.
teeth, like she ate something.
Yeah.
It was strange.
it was just
Weird stuff. That whole family's just bizarre.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that. And what about Lady Gaga? Whoa, she scared the shit out of me.
yeah.
Bro.
Guys, don't watch her. Okay,
She
you're gonna
was
get
like
sucked
coming
into
at
her
you all
energy.
crazy and like I was like,
Yeah, she has new music coming out, and this music video was
She casted a straight spell
She
on
is
people. She was saying
demonic,
abracadabra,
you guys.
some weird. Yeah, 100%.
yeah, it's awful.
She's definitely a demon worshiper, 1000%. Devil got her strong.
Yeah, but we
But-
watch because we want to see the craziness in that
Oh, I always watch because
situation.
it's entertaining.
But they're weird.
So what do you guys think about Beyonce winning country? Huh? What'd she win?
Country
the
album?
the country album of the year?
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope I don't get too much hate on this one, guys. Go
The
easy on me.
Beehive
Go
is gonna
easy
come
on
for
me.
you.
Go easy on me.
The Beehive are gonna
Look,
sting.
I'm just saying, you have one country song that's kind of country out of
Well,
the
she's
whole
a country
album.
album, they said, I guess.
It's not though. Have you heard it? It's all pop. That is the
No,
only
I
song that
don't
comes
listen to
remotely
that.
close. It's ridiculous. I
Yeah,
had
no.
to scan through it just to see. Okay, my girl's from Texas. She's trying to claim some country. Let me hear what's up. No,
No.
that's the only one. I don't know, man. I don't know. Who's okay? I don't know if he's great live, but I do like some of his songs. Who went into
Who?
country? Post Maloney.
Oh, I do like Post Malone. Yeah,
I'm a
he's
fan
cool.
of the Posty. He did good.
Yeah.
He did all right.
I don't know
my
if he
Posty
was he
did good.
there. I don't know.
Yeah, he was there.
He was? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I don't remember seeing him, but
Shabuzi.
Shabuzi was there.
I like that song though.
yep,
Ooh,
yep,
that
that's
song-
a good one. That's a good one.
song, and that was a good. It was a good performance.
Oh yeah, he performed. That's right.
performed
Yeah,
good.
he did good. I liked Sabrina Carpenter's performance.
Sabrina. Oh,
She's
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new upcoming. Didn't she win like new best?
No, best
she won
artist
shit?
was who was best
Oh, it was
artist?
that-
Oh, it was that redheaded girl.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? We'll probably stay quiet on this one because that one was a tough one. But
Yeah,
we'll leave that
yeah.
one there.
Yeah.
If you all know who I'm
no,
talking
Sabrina
about, please
Carpenter
leave a
won.
comment. Please.
She won.
What she win? Oh, damn. I think our daughter just fell through the ceiling. Did you hear that? Man, we got some wild
Oh
shit
my
going
gosh,
on
that
right
was
here.
really loud.
Who are you talking about?
No. I was saying Sabrina Carpenter was. She won. I think she won like pop song or something.
She won something.
Something,
'Cause
I don't
she was
know.
up there.
Yeah, she definitely was.
But yeah, damn. Bro, if you guys were in our
Is
house,
she-
you guys would be like,
It
what
sounds
the
like, you know, okay, have you seen those memes? They crack me up, and like when you're in like high school or like a teenager or whatever, and it's like your mom comes in your room in the middle of the night and you're rearranging your whole room.
The whole damn room's being rearranged at like 1 o'clock in the morning? What the fuck are you doing?
Like, why are you awake? And you're like, what? I
What?
feel like she's up there like
Destroying,
redecorating.
rearranging her room? What'd she do? Move her whole bed and shit? Damn, bro.
Freaking funny. But yeah,
Freaking the Grammys.
and then the Oscars are in like a month.
Oscars
We'll be
are
watching
boring
that
as
too.
hell, though.
I know, but
Oh, you know who did win? Who did win a Grammy is our church.
oh my gosh,
Yo,
yes.
that was super cool.
Yeah,
Bridge
you don't see
Church.
that
That
on
was
the broadcasted because the gospel music and all that stuff, they're in a different building and they're not filmed.
Yeah, they keep them away, unfortunately. But dude, it was really cool
Yeah.
to see them up there with Elevation Worship. All those big guys. I mean,
Yeah,
man,
the
mad
song
props.
was
That
what, Jesus
cool.
is King?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. That was pretty
To
neat.
see
And they
our
like
church,
shouted
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Tennessee. That was cool.
Yeah,
that
we
was
go
neat.
to the bridge.
Yeah,
It's
awesome
amazing.
church.
Yeah.
It's really good, man. Definitely found a home there. It's been great going there. Super
Would you be interested in doing groups?
groups.
Yeah.
Like the little group things that they have? Yeah.
Yes.
Why not?
Like small groups. Yeah.
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 We'll go talk it up with some groups.
Yeah. It's good. It's
You
good.
know, see what's good with them.
Yeah. It's community, you know?
Community. It's
Yeah.
all about community. You are my community, though.
I know, but it's good to have like, you know,
Yeah, outside
other
community.
people that are like, you know, faith based and things like that around,
for sure.
you know, our
Yeah.
marriage and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. It's funny how we go from like the Grammys to like our church, like this.
He brought us back. He goes, let's get out of that.
He's like, don't
get
be
out of
talking
that
about that.
darkness.
Yeah. But yeah.
But crazy stuff, guys. So like she said, yeah, we're going to be talking a little bit back to us in some of the next episodes. And to be honest, we'll probably be dropping a
Yeah.
post. See what you what.
Well,
what?
yeah. I was just gonna say, like, I know you guys, they want to hear,
What do
like
they
our
wanna hear?
move, how that went.
You guys want to hear about our move?
They do, yeah.
All right.
But we'll post maybe like another poll. We'll do some polls and
We'll do some polls and see what you guys want
see what you
to.
guys are interested in, because we definitely want to talk about like what you guys want to hear. You know.
Just to let you know, moving here to Tennessee, I'll give you a little preview for whenever it is we talk about this. I drove cross country with my father and 2 animals, my 2 dogs, in an SUV across the whole country. That
Yeah,
was
and not
a
me.
shit show.
I said I'll be taking the airplane.
Yeah, she got to fly with my daughter and have a nice little, flight. And we went
Just
through,
4 hours. Boom, here.
We went through it, and we didn't even sleep. We
No,
took turns
it
driving
kind of
the whole way.
made me mad because I was like, you need to go rest.
We went through snowstorms.
they were like, no.
My dog escaped.
Yeah, but we'll leave all the good stuff for
Yeah,
the next
yeah.
time.
That's a good one. But let us know. We'll draw up a poll. And again, we're gonna be doing a little giveaway.
Yep.
Giveaway. What are we gonna be doing? And why are we doing this giveaway?
So we want to hit. Oh, sorry, I have like.
Hiccups?
No, you know, like like burping on the inside.
I don't know. It just looks like you're having a seizure over here.
You're so ridiculous. You did it again. So we want to hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, and
100.
yeah, we're almost halfway there.
We're almost halfway there. Not almost there. Almost halfway. So we need your help. What the? But for real, can you guys help us getting us halfway to 100? Because that would be just fabulous.
Oh my gosh, you're making me
man.
laugh.
Halfway to 100, boys. And if you guys help us get to 50, you're going to get some socks. We're going to give these fans socks. Because that's all you're worthy of right now. 50, you get socks. At 100, we'll see what's good there.
Oh my gosh, you're making me cry,
boy.
dude.
Excuse my wife. She's been on one all day today.
Dude, I haven't that was really funny. Okay, but we want to hit 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes, we do.
You guys have been amazing.
You guys have been. It's been great.
Man, sorry, I was like crying laughing now.
You guys have been cool.
Messing up
Great
my eyelashes.
Your eyelashes are falling off?
Because you made me cry laugh.
Dang,
Don't make
ugly
me cry laugh.
Cry laugh.
That was like a real laugh. Like a real.
That's like a real laugh.
Like it-
Half the time
like-
they're fake laughs. She gives me that courtesy. And so we're gonna give out a few shout outs so I don't know if you guys seen this, but we do shout outs every episode. We like to give shout outs
we're
to
trying to give
small
some
businesses.
love.
Since you guys have been giving so much love to us, we want to return the favor, and we're all about small businesses, right?
All about them. Yeah. Because we're a small business.
we are a small business. We're small. We the small, but we
Yeah.
the business. Know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah, dude, we're gonna shout out to let me grab the cup real quick. A Broody Bunch Designs. Yo, they make, what are these called? I always forget what they're called. Tumblers. They make sick tumblers. Not only that, but they make sweaters, hats, bracelets, all sorts of cool stuff, man. My daughter's actually a part of this. She's one of the designers and does the bracelets for them. But they're actually really growing, dude. They just sent me a picture of their whole garage, and it's like they're actually building a substructure now
Wow.
to accommodate. They bought a bunch of cool equipment and screen prints and stuff.
That's amazing. Yeah, we'll put their
Bro, I'm gonna put
Their
their
link right
their
here.
link right here. Please check them out and support them. See if you guys could pick a little something up. I know what's that holiday coming up?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's. So if you guys want to pick up a little something for your loved
V-Day,
ones, go ahead and
V-Day.
hit them up.
I don't know why I did that.
I actually want to get some. Damn.
You
Yeah,
made me
sound
laugh,
happy
and now I
there.
have like energy all
You got
of
all
a
sorts of
sudden.
energy. I
You,
actually
like
want to
release
get us some
endorphins in my
daily-
body.
Damn, dude. I can't say a damn thing. Shit. I've been trying to say I want sweaters for 10 minutes.
Oh, I want sweaters.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I want to get us some daily bread sweaters from them. How sick would it be?
Ooh, we
Some
should-
clean ass ones. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? So
heck yes.
maybe we'll start a little merch store.
We could do like
Tell me. What
like
can
we could do like the title like give us our daily bread.
Oh, boom.
You know,
okay.
because the Lord.
And we should have one that says with Brit, and mine will be and Joe.
Okay.
Boom. With
Boom.
Brit and Joe, and then we'll stand back to back. It'll say daily bread.
Oh,
with Brit and Joe.
together.
Oh.
You can have one without the other.
You know what I'm saying? But guys, we love you. Thank you so much for the mass support as always. If you guys haven't already, head over to our YouTube, our Spotify, hit the subscribe, give it a like, and on top of it, hit the notifications because we are on when? Fridays at 9 PST. Okay, guys? Since she's having difficulties today.
My brain just went blank for a
Raymond
second. Yeah,
scattered.
no. Every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Let's go.
Yeah,
And with
yeah.
that being said, we'll let you all go and we'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.